Am I live? I think I'm live. Yes. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey. Hey, y'all. Get on in here. Get on in here. Get on in here. I am so excited. Hey, girl. Yes, y'all. I told y'all. Hey, Cleveland. How you doing? All right. So I told y'all this is going to be my closet edition. This is very ghetto, the way that I had to do this, okay? Because I'm on my floor. Y'all can see me a little bit. I'm on the floor. I was ordered a laptop phone. Hey, Haiti. I ordered a laptop phone situation where it was supposed to be on a tripod and roll all around. It didn't come. You know, Amazon do what they want to do. And I'm Prime and they do what they want to do. So it didn't come. So I had to jimmy this thing up. Hey, Charlotte. So I had to jimmy this thing up and put it on a swivel chair and the whole 9 yards. But what I was gonna do is give y'all the closet like I promised. This live is finna be lit. I got so much. Hey, New York. I got so much that I want to tell y'all, so much that we're gonna talk about. We only 1 minute in, and come on in here, y'all. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Greensboro, I understand Triad. I used to live in like that little High Point, Jamestown, like little nook areas. You know what I'm talking about by the movie theater. All right. So yeah, I was just watching your videos on YouTube. Hey, and we live on YouTube too, by the way. So we're on YouTube live and Instagram live. So let me tell y'all what DC. I just left DC last week. Last week I was in DC speaking. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna show y'all the full closet. Hey, Chicago, it's cold up there. Michigan, that's what's up. Arizona, okay, I see y'all. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all the whole closet. We're gonna wait until more people get on up in here because they're gonna be like, oh, I ain't see. So we're gonna wait for a little bit, okay? But I do want to show y'all something. And the reason I'm gonna show this early is because I put a video up about it too. So y'all are gonna see. Let me see. I'm gonna just, have YouTube get on down here. What I got going on back there? Okay. So y'all, I got it. I got it. We got it. I got it in the mail. But this is ours. Okay. This is ours. This is the plaque for 100K. It's like really light. It's like super thin and really light. I'm very proud of it. You know what this says? This says that and it's not that all of my followers are black. That is not the situation. But you know what this says? This says that people want the information. This says that people respect more than ratchetness and people respect more than just reality TV. Y'all want information. Y'all want to learn. Like, and this is what this says. And I hope we can keep it going. Like these videos, share these videos, subscribe if you're not subscribed and you're just checking in. Just make sure, share them, hype them, do all the things because guess what, y'all? We going to 500K, okay? Because we're going to talk some more and we're going to learn some more and we're going to grow together. So I'm very happy. This is a congratulations to us, okay? We did this, all right? So I just wanted to show y'all. I'm not even sure where I'm going to hang it. I think I'm probably going to hang it, I don't know, somewhere downstairs in my brown liquor room, right? So I'm going to hang this, but I'm very proud of it. Just not just having it and not just having 100,000 subscribers, but more than anything, what it says, right? And it says that, I'm saying things that you guys really want to hear. And that makes me so, so happy. It warms my heart. If you know me, you know. Um, the black box remover for estrogen. Child. Okay, I will talk about that. Yes, don't let me forget because normally I'm sitting so I kind of jot these things down so I don't forget. Child, I'm in this closet. All right, so it is 6:34. We're probably gonna give it like another minute or two before we take the tour. Y'all, okay, can I tell y'all? I love my ponytail because I'm not arrogant about a lot of things, but the face card does not decline. I'm sure there are prettier women in the world, but hey, listen, the face card doesn't decline. So I love my hair to be off of my face, but I'm tired, girl. I got to get a middle part bust down. I got to get my middle part bust down this week. I called the hairstylist and was like, girl, um, do a video on endometriosis. I will. Endometriosis is so detailed, but I will absolutely do it. It'll be one of my next. Okay, my love. Because a couple of people have asked me, so I will do it. And I'll probably add a little bit of adenomyosis in there as well. So I will do that. But yeah, y'all, so let me get my hair done. Now, um, Hey, Miss Alice, girl, I see you, girl. Now, I so the middle part bust down. And the really reason why I don't really like to get my hair done like too much, these stylists, they be doing too much. I love my hairstylist. She's amazing. She's all about the hair health. And so she's good, right? She high though. She high. Like I don't do Klarna after play, praise God. But with her, I might need to start. Her ass is high, but I love her and it's an amazing product. And I just hate, like, it seems like, you get your hair done, everybody got the middle part. Everybody has the middle part. I don't like the side part. I don't like hair on my face. It itches. The swoop, I don't like all that. Okay. So, but I'm gonna try and do no part. But yeah, because I've been wearing the middle part probably since about 91 or 92. So you can imagine how I would be tired as hell of it. Some of y'all wasn't even born yet. Wasn't even born yet. Um, Okay, so that's enough about that. I'm trying to catch up on these questions, make sure I don't miss anything. And I handle it. Okay. Endometriosis. Okay. Thank you, girl, with the ha ha ha. Okay, y'all ready? Now, I'm gonna do the best I can. I'm gonna make sure y'all see everything, but y'all just gotta bear with me because we on a swivel. I got a laptop going and I got a cell phone going at the same time, and y'all know I'm not tech savvy. All right, so let's get to this. All right, so I told you I was on the floor. Now, this is the entrance of my closet. Obviously, the door is closed. That is child. Y'all see the hooks them broke down. And these are just bags I really don't carry. Like those are like big giant throw around bags. This is the bag wall. This is one of the bag walls. Okay. I am a bag girly. This is can y'all see? Can y'all see IG? This is probably my newest bag. I love her. It's the Vidi Poche, whatever. It's the Hermes Vidi Poche bag. I'm in love with it. It's very subtle. It's a cute little crossbody, nice leather, pebbled leather. So I love it. If you can see, yes, I am a bad girl. I mean, I go from the double C's, the double G's, the Hermes, if you name it, I got it, sis. Period. If you name it, I got it. Like, that's just my jam all the way over. It's if you name it, I got it. This and that ain't even it. Okay. Let's swivel around to I know I'm making y'all dizzy. And this is like so hard for me to be able to show y'all. But then this, if we look up, oh shoot, y'all. Okay, if we look up here, more bags. More bags. I'm just a bad girly. This right here, what is it? The Louis Vuitton fan bag. I don't think you can see it, and I can't reach it from here, but it's like the boots on the ground fan bag. Louis Vuitton made one. This, I don't know. Like I liked it because it's big and extra and loud as hell. That green Chanel bag, right? But I think it's like a computer bag. I don't really know. And then the Gucci one, that bag, they only made like 5 of those in this country. I had to source a seller to get that for me from, I think, Portugal. And I've had it for about 10 years, maybe 11 years. I've carried it probably once or twice. It's a flex, but I don't really carry it too often. And then I have like my duffel bags up here. I have some more bags. I used to be a Celine girl, still a Celine girl, because Celine is very classic. That bag over there is a Kate. It's just a bunch of stuff. So now let me take y'all for the more bag tour. Can y'all see? Oh, okay. So yeah, all my like large duffel bags, vacation bags, summer bags are all up there. My Fendi collection is up there. I have about 3 Fendi baguette bags up there, as you can see. The sequence one. I have 3 Hermes bag. Now, hold on, okay? Because these Hermes bags I purchased about 12 years ago before the price was ridiculous. And before it became a thing. I really purchased it for the quality, the leather. And yes, it is a flex. It is a flex. I'm not even going to front. It's a flex. But yeah, so there's that. And then I have like a little bit of a Bottega collection with my clutches. When we were over here, I have a couple of the Bottega, the really big bag. I forgot the name of it, but it's like the really, really big bag and all of that. This, y'all, is ridiculous, but am I showing y'all the right thing? Reconnected. Okay. Y'all caught up with me now. I don't know what the heck happened, y'all. Okay, so y'all missed a lot. Okay, so y'all caught the belts, right? Y'all caught the belt situation. All right, so now, and I know y'all getting dizzy. I'm sorry. I'm doing the best I can. Now we have part of the shoe situation. This is like one shoe wall. And up top is like flats and stuff like that. In the middle is kind of like flats. Let me tell y'all something. If it requires a high heel, don't invite me. Don't invite me. I can do about a 3-inch, but all this from back in the day, don't invite me. You will see a couple of them up in here. I don't wear them. They're just for show. This shoe right here is a classic shoe. I love her. Likely not to wear her again. Okay. You see here my little Schiaparelli sneakers. I'm a lover of Schiaparelli. And up here, again, more bags. All this up here, guys, is like duffel bags, gym bags, all that kind of stuff. Now, this here monstrosity in the middle of the damn closet. And let me put y'all back up on the stand. Hold up, Instagram. Let me put y'all back up here. Okay. So this monstrosity right here, I don't have enough room in this closet or even the other closet in my home. And I got about 3 more closets in here. I don't have enough room for the jeans. Okay. These are all the jeans. This whole thing tumbled over like a couple of days ago. I just stood here and cried. That's why it took me so long to do this video, because I had to clean up the whole damn closet again because, girl, what? Okay. But yeah, so this is the jeans. So let's get her out of the way so we can see the other half of the, see what I mean? Something fell already. So we can see the other half of the closet. Again, this is, let me move y'all over. This is a favorite bag of mine. This is a Polane. And the Polane bag is, if you know, you know. Okay. One thing about me, y'all, I do not, like, I'm not all about like, oh, the name, the Gucci, the Louis. I'm about quality. And if it's gonna be a quality product, I'm about that life. I'm gonna show y'all something. I don't gatekeep. I'm gonna show y'all something that, buy yourself something nice for Christmas or buy your mama something nice for Christmas. It is a luxury piece that I promise you in about a year or two. Because like I said, these Hermes bags up here. Oh no, baby, I didn't pay what y'all paid for them. Oh no, no, baby, I can't do that. No, 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 no. I work too hard for my money to pay the money that y'all pay today. 10 years ago, it wasn't doing all that. Okay. So this bag that I'm going to show y'all today is kind of the same. All right. So this is like my sweatsuits. Yes, I know. This whole closet is sweats. I love a good sweat because I will dress her down. I will dress her up. I will put a heel on with her. One of my favorite sweats I just got, these right here. Oh, baby, I'm waiting for a black patent leather kind of heel to come in for her. Or I'm waiting for a black patent leather. Let me tell y'all what. Sweats are that girl. You can dress them up, dress them down, all the things. Okay. So I'm a lover of this whole situation down here, which y'all probably cannot see. I know YouTube might not be able to see it, but here you go. This whole situation, those are all my Uggs. I'm not even an Ugg girl anymore, but those are all my Uggs. And they're like Ugg slides, Ugg like ankle boots, because you won't catch me in an Ugg knee boot. No, ma'am, you can have those. Okay. Y'all can go ahead and have those. It is not my jam. Okay. So now this over here, this monstrosity of an area. Not only am I a shoe girl, not only am I a bag girl, not only am I a belt girl, not only am I a denim and sweats girl, okay, I'm a sneaker girl. I'm a sneaker girl. I just am. All this over here is my Wales Bronner, Samba, retro Nike. Any sneaker that's over here is over here. Okay. Let me bring y'all in a little bit closer because then I have some designer sneakers. I can't bring y'all too far because the plug is like, no, ma'am. Let me see. Is this? Yeah. So then I have some designer sneakers. I have these I really, really love. I just got these. I've only worn them like once or twice. These are like some Gucci sneakers and they come around the ankle. I'm finna kill those in the spring and summer. I got some Chanel runners. I have some Bodega Vinegar, you know, these things here, which they seem like a real good idea. But then I put them on, I always feel like just wearing damn aluminum foil. I don't know. And then I have one of my favorite pairs of, these are off-whites. And again, I got these about 10 years ago. So, yeah. So that's that. And again, just clothing. Y'all don't even want to, the coats be coating. Yeah. And this is, yeah, I told y'all I got a bag thing. Oh, okay. And so then just a bunch of coats and then some more bags because these are all my clutches. Yeah, the bags are over there, the clutches are over here, and my Chanel collection is up top. Okay. So yeah, there's that. And over here, if you can see, can you see? I don't know if y'all can see. But anyway, those are my Jordans. I have a Jordan collection. I told y'all I'm a sneakerhead too. The girl just loves stuff. But I'm getting better. I'm certainly getting better. Okay, so I want to tell y'all about something. About, yeah. Let me tell y'all what. Okay. I started looking at this brand a minute ago because all this stuff, the quality used to be chef's kiss, right? The quality used to be on print. But I bought one of these little expensive bags and I was out with somebody and the little strap came apart. I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh, I know he's gonna think my stuff is fake. I was embarrassed. Okay. So and then I had to take it to the store and I had to tell the essay off. I don't want that life for these essays. I don't want that life for you. I don't want you to be told off. Okay. I just don't. Hold up, y'all. Let me plug up this computer. Hold up. So child, where is, I don't plug, oh, so wait a minute, y'all. So I, yes, I love a great product and I love a great looking product, but over a name, over anything, for me, it's always going to be the quality. It is always going to be the quality of a bag, point blank, period. Right. So, y'all, I was looking at this brand and I just been looking at it because I was like, I don't know. Like, you know, is it a janky brand that's trying to get a coin, or is it a brand that's busting and nobody's really talking about it, right? So I got this bag and I was so let me tell you how blessed I was though, because it was in my cart. It was in my cart and it was between this bag and the Coach Kiss Lock purse thing, right? That big giant clutch. Cause I love a moment. I love a moment. I love an explosive moment. Like I like to walk into the room and they be like, damn, okay. I love a moment. So I'm quality over name. All right. I'm not a brand hoe. That is not my thing. So I had it in the cart, I don't know if they saw my cart. I don't know if they saw me following them. I don't know what they saw. But I'm blessed they saw it. They reached out and was like, hey, would you like one of these bags? And I said, well, damn it, yes. Well, damn it, yes. And I know, like literally, I've been styling this bag in my head and I know exactly what's about to go down. Y'all want to see this bag? Y'all want to see this bag? Now, I'm going to tell y'all, this bag cost about the same as a Coach bag. No, it's not even $1,000. It's not even $800. And I think it's on sale now. That's why I was waiting in my cart. And praise God, they reached out to me before I swiped my card. Okay. But I think it's on sale. Look at this. Look. Oh, yes. Oh, y'all know I'm snatching lace fronts off with her. Lace fronts are coming off, edges off, lace fronts off, lashes off. I know how I'm gonna style her, as a matter of fact. This looks like it's black. It's actually like a deep, deep blue, right? Deep, deep blue. This is Teddy Blake. All right, Teddy, Teddy. You see it right there, Teddy Blake. Okay. And this is the croc one. Okay, because I'm all about a nice croc, but I don't like no fake croc. I don't like no cheap bag. I'm all about the quality. Okay. Look at this bag. It's not even cracking. Like Teddy Blake is a moment. Teddy Blake, thank you so much, because the girl, and I think I'm gonna need one in red too, because Y'all didn't see a lot of red up in here. This is a moment. I think I'm gonna wear her with some button up the side track pants, and I have a pair of black because this is so deep blue. I can pull it. I'm a black croc pointy toes, so a black croc pointy toe with the track pant and this and a blazer. Nasty. Who about to set it off? Nasty. With my middle part bust down, nasty. When y'all see me, y'all better be like, that's my doc. That's my doc right there. That's my doc. Because this right here, Teddy Blake, y'all did y'all big one. Y'all did y'all big one. I'm walking around. Let me tell you something. The darkness of the sunglasses I'm going to have on. When I rock her right here, okay, y'all better go on Teddy Blake and get y'all one. Y'all better go on Teddy Blake and get y'all one. That's all I'm telling you. Now, y'all better get it, because what's going to end up happening next year is going to be 2,000, 2,500. Y'all better get y'all's and invest now. Okay. I'm trying to tell you, that's my type of carrying on too, girl. I'm trying to tell you, I'm going to be down at the shops at Buckhead, like with the shoulder out, luxurious. Okay. All right. So anyway, waiting for somebody to buy me a drink, because the way my stylist is going to bust my pockets with this damn hairdo I'm about to get, and it ain't nothing but a bust down. But anyway, that's my drama, not yours. Okay, y'all. So let's go ahead and get started. I want to do a couple of housekeeping things. Yes, we did the closet because I promised you guys I would. I'm very, very, very humble about what God has blessed me with, and it's not about things. It's never about things. Trust me. Um, it's never about things. It's the people you love. It's the people who love you. It's about having peace. And those are the things that's important. And if I did not have those things, I'd give any of it back tomorrow to have peace and a relationship with my creator. So do not think that all of these things are about luxury or about success or about you obtaining success. Child, please. Child, please, because at the end of the day, you came in this world with nothing and you leaving out with nothing. But what did you do in the middle? That was most important. So, yes, these are blessings and I am grateful to have them, but I don't work for them, if that makes any sense. Somebody else asked me, was Teddy Blake a black designer? Now, I've been trying to figure it out. I don't know. But if I get an update, I will let you know. But anyway, guys, so I do want to take a moment. I'm gonna have to hit y'all with some altered energy for a minute, because we have a lot of new people in the family. Okay. And that means the Dr. Tasha family, the Hey Girl, Hey Nation, all of this. We have a lot of new people, and I need to reintroduce myself. Okay. I need to explain my mission statement. Okay. Now, this week was my week. I was in the office, hands-on in the office, seeing people, and there was a lot of interesting energy that came into the office. And let me be very clear, this is my job. This is what I do for a living. It happens to be a science, but it's also an art, which I happen to be great at. And I am so blessed to be good at what I do, right? But I don't know what people's reality is on social media, but there are a couple of things that we do not allow at Atlanta Premiere. Okay. We do not allow negative, ignorant, belligerent behavior. If there's ever an issue, we can always resolve it. We will help you resolve it. We will do whatever we can to resolve it. We are going to take care of you because we appreciate the fact that you're rocking with us. So we're always going to take care of it. But to come in, to be rude, to be ignorant, to be passive aggressive toward me, to be loud, to be disrespectful, we don't tolerate that. 3 patients this week effed around and found out, and they are now looking for a new doctor. Let me be very clear. I will kick you out of my practice. And it don't take a lot. Don't come with no bull stuff. You heard me? I don't do that. I will strip at Big Stomach Night at Magic City before I allow somebody to come into my office with the nonsense, the drama, and the foolishness. And if you think, oh, I'm going to give you a bad review, I don't give a damn. Baby, I don't read the reviews. I don't give a damn about them. And if you don't want to come and see me because of a review, I understand. You have that option, sis. But you're not going to bring that raggedy energy, because you know what? It's like what ends up happening is y'all will come to my office. I was saying nobody wants to treat black women. Nobody wants to treat black women. And then somebody is saying, okay, come on in. Let me take care of you. Then you come with the drama that you would not come with at my Caucasian colleague's office. You feel me? You feel me? You want me to have Klarna and Afterpay at the office, but you'll skip a car payment to pay them people. Nah. Nah. So at the end of the day, if you don't like or respect what we're doing, just don't come. Don't waste our time. Don't jump in the slots. Don't do none of that. Yes, I'm the same person in person that I am on social media. Yes, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna tell you. Yes, I'm gonna be direct and upfront. You know, people are like, it's really you. I work here. I work here, sis. Like this is my job. All right. So at the end of the day, I love the people who are coming, but don't come with nonsense. Don't come with negative energy because we're going to give you 100%. Give us a chance to give you 100%. Like, don't do that. Don't do that because you will expeditiously get a certified letter and not be invited back. Okay. All right. With that being said, now we're clear. Because what does Erica Badu say? Keep in mind, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. Okay. I'm just saying. Let's put it out there. Oh, now also, guys, I want to clear something up. Here's this. As of January the 1st, which means from here on because we're booked for December, but as of January the 1st, I am not accepting insurance anymore. Now, hold up, hold up. Let me explain what that means and let me explain why. Um So the reason, honestly, is because of reimbursement. So let's say you come in for your annual exam. I got to talk to you. I got to figure out what's going on with you. I got to make sure you got your proper screenings. I got to treat whatever infections you have. I got to teach you how to do a breast exam. I got to educate you on whatever is specific. This is what I do. I don't know what other doctors do, but I got to educate you on whatever is age specific for you. Make sure you get your mammogram form. Make sure you get your mammogram. Make sure it's normal. If it's not normal, do the paperwork so that we can do all of these things I have to follow up. We actually bill the insurance company about $500 for that. They do not pay me $500 for that. They used to pay me $300 for that. Well, I don't know who to blame it on. I don't know who to blame it on, but as of this year, they started reimbursing $97. $97 for that long of a visit. And so at the end of the day, in order for me to be able to, for it to make sense, me to cover my overhead, pay rent, pay staff, pay insurance, pay all the stuff, I literally have to see about 40 patients a day. And that would be me walking in, hi, doing your pap smear, walking out, bye, and not hearing the words you said in between. I refuse to practice that kind of medicine. I refuse to practice that kind of medicine again. I will talk to Magic City about having a big stomach night because if I got to leave it alone altogether to go on down on folk stage and talk to the people who like the big stomach girlies, I will. But at the end of the day, we will accept your insurance for your labs and your biopsies. We will accept your insurance for like prescriptions, stuff like that. The only thing we don't accept insurance for is my fee. Now, at the end of the day, most people don't really come to the gynecologist that often. So to pay about $400 for one visit for the year and to be able to call and say, hey, I need this or within a reasonable amount of time. If that's not something you can do, I totally understand. And we will make sure that, we facilitate you getting wherever it is you want to go. But at the same time, oh, and then I had somebody say to me, oh, and I wish they would have called me to the phone for this phone call. That's what I said. I don't be looking for the smoke, y'all. I really, really don't. But you're not going to come at me crazy. So somebody called, oh, I need to make an appointment. So they were like, oh, okay, you're coming in January. We're not accepting insurance. She's like, what, y'all don't want to help people no more? See, I would have got on the phone and said, why don't you pose that same damn question to your insurance company? How about that? Because those are the people who are tripling your rates, but then are decreasing the reimbursement to the doctors. Girl, try me not. And as a matter of fact, even if you wanted to pay, I probably wouldn't see you because I don't like your energy. I'm big on that. Don't come up near me with no regular ass energy. I don't like it. Anyways, so that's the update. Okay, y'all. So we've gotten an update. We talked about, oh, I want to tell you about cleaning cute too. We talked about the closet as I promised. We talked about my peoples at Teddy Blake. And when y'all see me hot stepping, when y'all see me in my lemon pepper steppers with that bag and say something to me. Be like, hey girl. When you say, hey girl, hey, I know who you are. I know who you are. Okay, lemon pepper steppers. I'm gonna have one with those. But anyway, so we talked about that. Um, and clean and cute. Yes. So let me tell you something. God is so good. Outside of the fact that you guys are loving and supporting Clean and Cute, I appreciate y'all. I kind of step back into the fold. Sometimes you step out, you have other things that you have going on. I step back into the fold of production a little bit more and the processes. So now, praise God, we are actually sending out more orders more efficiently. We are within our 7-day window. We're not having any issues, no problems. Our customer service is better. If you call, you get somebody on the phone, but only call if you need to call. Only call if you need to call. And if there is something where you guys need to cancel an order or something like that, feel free to cancel the order. You do not have to do a chargeback to cancel an order because a chargeback costs me money. And then you charge back, I put your ass on the list. And then your name came up again. Oh yeah, you will not get another order. Okay, so if you need to cancel, just call and cancel. You have any issues, you have any concerns, you want to get something fixed, you want to know where your order is, just reach out. Our customer service is chef's kiss at this point. So we've made a lot of changes and I am just so excited about it. Okay, y'all. Now, the only thing that I saw so far, somebody wanted to know about yeast infections. Somebody wanted to know, I want to say, somebody asked me to do a video about endometriosis. Yeah. So what y'all want to talk about? I mean, we on here outside of my members, because for my members, I'm gonna do another live, okay, before the end of the. I don't know if I'm gonna do a live or I'm gonna do a private video. I'm doing a lot of traveling for said holidays this year, and so I might take y'all along, and whatever, or I might do another live. But either way, it'll be members only. But for everybody, this is the last live of the year. So what y'all want to know, what y'all want to talk about? Yeah. Let's finish looking at those bags, girl. Yeah, we looked at everything, girl. We looked at all the collections, girl. He also said, try Jesus, baby. You got a better chance at redemption than me. I'm just saying, thank y'all so much. I appreciate the love. Oh, and then in early 2026, y'all, we are coming out with a new product for Clean and Cute. I'm super excited about it. I'm in the lab. I'm working on it. If a girl can ever get some rest, but I'm working on it right now. And then the packaging. Oh, the packaging for the women's. Child, what's her name? Tarifa Alcatariff. Miss Tarifa was trying to get at me, talking about, so, oh, the order is $2,000, Dr. Rogers, but the shipping is $4,200. I know you. Who? I know you a lie. Who? Baby, let me tell you what. I'm from the west side of Philly, and I'm only trying to get to the south side of heaven. I need to be over there with Peter and them. Okay, Job and them ain't got nothing for me. I'm not that sanctified or saved. Okay, Peter and them, I'll do right fine at the cookout with them where they cuss. Okay, that's where I need to be. But lady, Miss Asian lady, Miss Chinese lady, Miss, I am not fitting to pay no $7,000 for the bottles. I'm not doing it. So right now we changing up the bottles a little bit. Work with us. I got to figure out what I like, because I had these cute little aesthetically pleasing. They were beige. I know they was gonna go with all y'all little home decor, sitting on top of your washer looking cute. And then she tried to pull the fake toothpick out. I was like, we only got white. Ma'am, if you don't rerun me my money, don't nobody want no damn white bottles. So yeah, that's that. But anyway, all right, y'all. So I think that's everything. Now, what about jewelry? Baby, I ain't finna let nobody see my jewelry. Let me tell you a couple things. I keep jewelry and watches in a special place. I love watches. This watch is probably it's not my most expensive watch. It is the most special watch to me. This watch was purchased by my mom, and it was a Christmas gift. But my mom, she'll put it on, she'll do the thing, she'll spend the money when she wants to spend the money. But she'll be like, wait, how much it costs now? And what, like, she don't play about that. Is you gonna get your cost per wear? Is it worth the money? Is it worth? She gonna drag something. I'll be like, oh, let me do it. No, not her. But I love this watch, and it means so much to me because she went to the store. She went shopping with the intentionality, like whether I would get it or whether I wouldn't get it. I think this is something Natasha would love. And she got it. It was very pricey watch, very pricey watch. And I was surprised. I was like, girl, not you. And it really took me back. And it's very, 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 very special to me. And it's really interesting because I have watches that probably cost about 5 times what this watch costs. Um, Oh, I'm sorry, girl. All right. So, I have watches that cost maybe 5 times what this watch costs, but it's still very special to me. But yeah, so I really don't, as far as jewelry is concerned, we ain't gonna get into that. Watches, we ain't gonna get into that. Yeah, the one thing I can say is what I will say is this. When my housekeepers come, and we're gonna talk about that because y'all need a housekeeper. People think that it's so like expensive and it's such a luxury. It's not. Stay out them folk restaurant. Stay out them folk restaurant. One meal a week. And you can pay somebody. And then you can spend all that time loving up on yourself, journaling, having to sit, rest, and relax. And you got to be scrubbing and up. Pity folk to do it. But anyway, I literally in my closet, I have a lock that is by my thumbprint. So anything expensive or very important to me, I bring into my closet when my housekeepers come, and I lock it inside of here because nobody can get to it. So there are some things that I just will not show. Just like I will not show the rest of my house. I'm very, very private. Like I said, clothes. I'm grateful to have them. I love them, and I love to dress, but I don't put my worth or I don't put a huge value into clothing. I wear the clothes. The clothes do not wear me, sis. So with that, can you recommend probiotics for us and vitamins? Take a daily probiotics. Okay. Now, yes. So when we talk about probiotics, prebiotics, postbiotics, child, I actually looked up the difference and what they are. And to you guys, it doesn't, and to us either, it doesn't really make a huge difference, but it is amazing for your gut health. People out here trying to put on like there's a such thing as a vaginal probiotic. I disagree. I always tell people don't believe in nobody's vaginal probiotics, but probiotics for your colon health are a must. And yes, I do believe in them. I don't know particularly a brand that I would, because when I asked my GI specialist, the lady who we send people to for colonoscopy, for screening colonoscopies, when I asked her, she was basically like, it doesn't matter as long as they're on one. And so I was like, okay. And I asked for my own family member, and it was like, yeah, it doesn't really matter. So as long as you're taking one, I'm not a big fan of gummy anything. I promise you I'm not. Now, if there's somebody who cannot swallow pills, I prefer a liquid. If you can't do a liquid, then go ahead and do the gummy. But I feel like the gummies are like 90% sugar and only this much of what you're really supposed to be taking. So I'm not like a huge fan. But whatever. So as far as prebiotics, pre, post, and you know what I mean. All the biotics, child. I think that they're yes beneficial, but only to your gut and colon. You're not going to really see anything significant or any significant help with your vagina, if that's what you're asking. Can you speak for vitamins for those in menopause? Baby, let me tell you something. Not just for those in menopause, for everybody. A daily multivitamin is that girl. And it is important that you take a daily multivitamin on top of y'all know how I am about that D2. That once a week D2, I don't play with it if your doctor won't give it to you. If it's a problem, y'all saw my video about the D2. Then D3 is perfectly fine. Take 3 or 4 thousand a day, perfectly fine. But vitamin D is imperative. And for women who are postmenopausal, I would say, and don't get fancy. You don't have to buy none of these fancy vitamins, girl. Child, Centrum Silver, one a day silver, one a day women's, over 50, type of a deal. So those vitamins are going to be perfectly fine, just like any other. Okay. So you don't have to get fancy with it, but you do need to take them. So yes. Am I taking any new patients? Child, I was, but child, the level of foolishness that walked in there this week, I'm like, we need a break. We need a break. No, 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 we need a break. So probably like maybe in February, we will open up a couple of slots, but we done had a couple of rank fools come up in there and they done ruined it for folk. Um, do you supposed to combine D2 with K2? No. D2 is straight on its own. D2 is straight on its own. The little capsule is about itty bitty bitty bitty. It is about, I mean, it is it's about a little bit bigger than the Tic Tac, and it's filled with dark green like oil or gel or whatever. You pop that in your mouth once a week. Itty bitty, itty bitty, itty bitty. Okay, so no, D2 breaks down on its own. It doesn't need any help. It doesn't need any support. Yes, so there is no such thing as D2 with K2. It's D3 that required that, you usually will ride along with the K, but it's not required for D2. Okay. Why pH goes off post menopause and what to do. That is a great question. What do you think about Ceylon cinnamon? Cinnamon, I'll get back to the thing. Cinnamon is always a good thing. Cinnamon helps regulate your blood sugar. So I'm all for cinnamon whenever you can use it, whenever you can sprinkle it in your coffee, sprinkle it on something. I'm all about a good cinnamon. Oh, child, who bought Vagisil? Who is in my living room and done bought Vagisil? Um, Girl, who done bought that Vagisil? Ooh, child. Okay, so when somebody asked about okay, so as far as the vaginitis is concerned, sometimes I think that people say, well, I get it post menses, and it's like, do you really? Do you really? Or is it that, maybe because you've had blood flowing in a specific concentration or whatever the case may be, that now it's kind of, now I smell it. Now it's up here. Now it's out here. Whereas when no blood is really flowing, it may be because a lot of times it's like you may not smell something, but when I put the speculum in and I'm in the back of the vagina, that's why y'all come to the gynecologist and be like, oh, can I go to the bathroom first? Girl, don't worry about that. Don't be trying to clean nothing. Don't be using all the toilet paper and all in the bathroom. Don't be doing all that because the smell that I'm smelling is in the back of your vagina. And there's no amount of washing, cleaning, or wiping that you're going to be able to do to get the smell away. So oftentimes I think that maybe it's not necessarily caused by the menses or anything like that. I really think that it's kind of like maybe just heightened. Maybe you're more maybe it's more noticeable to you at that point, but likely it's something that's present the whole time. Okay. Somebody asked me, is wolf worth it? Because I be tired as three-leg dog. Is wolf. What is wolf? What the hell is wolf? Blue sky, you got to tell me what wolf is. I can't tell you whether it's worth it. I don't know what it is. Can you talk about night sweats and 51-year-old females still having month, period month with Mirena? Okay. That's a good question. We're gonna get back to that. You're gonna tell me what this wolf is. Can you take vitamin D2 in pregnancy? Yes. Didn't know what else to do for the cat. Okay, I'm not mad at that. How do you feel about taking chlorophyll? Love chlorophyll. Love chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is that girl. Thank you so much. But chlorophyll is that girl. Okay, so menopause. Now let's talk about this, guys. A lot of people and I try to talk about it a lot, right? But it'd be so crazy because I feel like I don't want y'all to be like, damn, she keeps saying the same thing over and over again. But y'all ask the same question. I'm like, is it I don't mind talking about it. I'll talk about it day in, day out because it's my jam, but I don't want to bore y'all. But let's talk about it because somebody asked the question. And then that's what it is, the black box removal for estrogen. We'll get back to that. Don't let me forget, Marsha. So when it comes to menopause, whether you're still having periods or whether you've stopped having periods, that's only really significant for me to know how to treat certain things, to know how to think about certain things. It's significant for me, but whether you have a period or whether you don't have a period, the symptoms that are associated with perimenopause and menopause is called menopausal syndrome. So when we're treating the symptoms, it doesn't really matter whether we're still having a period or not. It's based on, now we treat based on certain things. We treat based on certain information, but the menopausal syndrome can be absolutely the same, even if you're still having periods. People feel like menopause And I told you this before, when you're still having periods, even if the periods are sporadic, even if they're monthly, if you have symptoms, then you're perimenopausal. Got it? Menopause is 1 day. 1 day. Menopause is, and it's your anniversary day. It's the day that you haven't had a period for 365 days. That 365th day, that 365th day, menopause. Day 366, and for the rest of your life, is postmenopause. So menopause is actually 1 day. It's an anniversary day, right? But regardless of all that, we treat the symptoms, and it's called menopausal syndrome. Now, one thing that I want to get, let me get my young girlies in here. Come on in here, girls. Come on in here. Come on, niece. Niece, y'all hear me? You hear me, niece? Okay. Let me tell you. So first of all, when we talk about the IUD, and I'm a lover of an IUD. I'm a lover of an IUD. The IUD has been bastardized. Why? Because people put them in wrong. People put them in wrong. If you put the IUD in right, oh, she's a moment. She's a moment. And I'll tell you why. I am a lover of an IUD. Why? Now, I put in thousands. It does not matter. I still make everybody get an ultrasound after, because everybody's anatomy is different. If you get an ultrasound and you see that that IUD is placed properly, 9 times out of 10, you're never, ever going to have a problem. Here's why I love an IUD. People are like, oh, I want the non-hormonal IUD. Girl, hush. And that's your doctor not educating you properly. Because when you get the non-hormonal, aka the Paragard, aka the copper, okay, you're going to have a period every single month, and it's going to be longer and it's going to be heavier. When you get the Mirena, the Kylena, the Liletta, the Skyla, all the girls, yes, they have progesterone, but the progesterone works only in your uterus. Only in your uterus, to keep your lining thin, so that it keeps your bleeding either minimal or no bleeding at all. Any IUD you get, there is no hormone in your bloodstream. None. Now, people like, I got fat with my IUD. I got acne with my IUD. I ain't want to have sex with my IUD. Your IUD was either in wrong, and it was in the muscle. And so then it went into your bloodstream. But if your IUD was in right, you ain't get fat because of the IUD. You got fat because you was eating too much. You ain't want to have sex. That man was getting on your damn nerves. Okay. You might start getting acne when you change the pillowcase. But I'm being facetious. But the point is that the most important thing that I need you to hear, and this is why I love a good IUD for my perimenopausal women, because if I can shut that bleeding down, baby, and I don't have to worry about you being at the wedding with a white dress on and you ain't had this period in 5 months, and then here come the period while you at the wedding. You ain't got no pad, you ain't got no tampon, because you thought you were done. You thought you were done. Okay. So to the person who said they lost 2 IUDs, likely not. They probably fell out. And yes, you got pregnant because the IUDs were not present. And yes, it's because whoever did them did not do an ultrasound to confirm that they had put them in properly. You may have some type of, that's why I said some people have funny anatomy. And I've had people who've had cervixes that go in an S versus going straight. And if you had one of them funny cervixes and somebody didn't know, and they didn't know what they were doing, and they didn't check on that IUD, baby, 9 months later, I'm just saying. Sorry about that, girl. I'm sorry, girl. But yes, so if anybody, I want y'all to hear that. For the people in the back, I need you to hear that. Okay. IUDs are great when placed properly, when there's proper surveillance. Okay. No hormone in your bloodstream, even if it's one of the IUDs that have hormone. Now, they removed the black box warning from estrogen. I'm going to tell y'all this. Okay. I'm going to educate you a little bit about my perspective on it from the very beginning. But y'all know this administration, I don't know what they're doing up there. They got the CDC telling, like, the CDC like, we ain't say that, they lying. I don't know what they got going up there. I don't know. But essentially, what happened was way back when, and if y'all want to hear this, I want y'all to come in here, because this is why women, let me get my pillow. Maybe it'll help me sit up a little bit. This is why women, hold on, y'all, because my butt's starting to hurt on this damn floor. Okay. This is why women, um, yeah, child, you need an IUD, you need some hormone pellets, you need the whole thing. We can get you together, girl. But this is why hormone replacement was frowned upon for so many years, right? Because what happened was there was a study done, right? And what they did is they honed in on one patient who was like 85 years old. And she was on the maximum amount of synthetic hormone replacement, okay, for about 15 or 20 years. And she developed the breast cancer. And so, y'all know clickbait, CNN, all the people, MSNBC, all the news folk went ham. Hormone replacement causes cancer. Hormone replacement causes cancer. Now, let me explain what the actual study showed. As a woman, or any person, I'm not gonna say a woman. Y'all know people be getting funny these days, child. I don't want nobody coming at me as if I'm being, malicious or negative. As a person with breast, your lifetime risk of developing breast cancer without, if you don't have a family history, your mama, you don't have a BRCA gene, because all of these things change your risk, right? I'm just saying the average Joe Blow person with no additional risks, none of the things, your average Joe Blow person, I will talk about night sweats. Your average Joe Blow person, okay, is 15%. When they did this study, okay, they found that hormone replacement, estrogen, increased your risk of breast cancer to 17% from 15%. Now, that is statistically insignificant, but ain't nobody want to hear that. The news jumped on and said it caused breast cancer. And that's all anybody needed to damn hear. And they were like, I'm on it. No, thank you. I'm on it. No, thank you. Cool. I don't want it. I'll just live this life. I'll just be miserable. That's what your mamas did. And then your mom was like, well, we ain't really got to talk about it because it's just to change your life. Ain't no sense in talking about it. You got to go through it. Ain't no sense in complaining. That was their logic. And a lot of back in the day, it was a lot of male OBGYNs. And it was just like, girl, you be all right, deal with it. So that is so now, so I don't, to be perfectly honest, I don't necessarily feel that unless somebody has a strong medical history, the BRCA gene, a strong family history, a strong history of cysts. Like, I don't necessarily feel like it should have been a black box warning in the beginning, to be perfectly honest. And now they're like removing it, but I don't know what their motivation for removing it is. And again, I don't want them to remove it and people are like, woohoo, I can get it now. And they may not be a candidate, an acceptable candidate for it. Okay. Um, so I hope that answered the question. Yes. So there's that. Something about a thickening lining of the uterus over here. I must have jumped in on half of this conversation. Y'all got to update me. Somebody asked about up to what age can you start taking hormone replacement? It's not about a specific age. Again, we're not looking at age. We're not necessarily looking at periods. We're looking at menopausal syndrome. Remember, I told you that? And that can be hot flashes or night sweats. They're different. That could be okay. So okay, give me a second, Miss Sharon 21 Mac. I'm gonna get back to that question because I don't do synthetic hormone replacement. I don't like it, but I can still answer your question. That could be night sweats, that could be hot flashes, that could be fatigue, poor sleep, um, low sex drive, dry vagina, weight gain, increasing your A1C, poor attitude. And that's not like you walking around with an attitude. I say it's like you look at the cup as being half empty versus half full. You don't give people grace, that type of thing. So when you are noticing that you're starting to experience those symptoms, even if you're still having a period. Now, don't walk in my office talking about something. I had hot flashes and I think I got, and how I'm 33. You might, because you can have you can have premature ovarian failure. So you can have women who literally go into menopause at 35. We don't know why. It's called premature ovarian failure. And then you get women who don't stop until 55. So that's why I say it's not really about an age, it's about symptoms. So if you're outside of the realm of normal, and you come into my office and you say, I got, so you 32 and you come into my office and you give symptoms that are kind of like consistent with menopause, and I'm like, I'm going to check your thyroid, I'm going to check your whole hormone panel to see what we're really dealing with, because when we deal with hormonal labs, I mean, we deal with hormones, sometimes if you get somebody who doesn't really know what they're doing, you're not going to get the full story. Because sometimes, like when I diagnosed PCOS, it's not like a straight number I'm looking for. I'm looking at some hormones, I'm looking at the ratio of this hormone. This is 2 to 1, this is higher than this is, and this is low. Okay, cool, she's positive. Versus somebody who's like, yeah, you ain't got, like, what are you talking about? Like, what did you ain't even check the right labs. And you're gonna tell this girl she don't, so, oh yeah, your testosterone is only 30. Okay. But what about this and that and the fifth, sixth, and seventh thing? So if you get somebody who really doesn't kind of understand what they're talking about, the boat may be missed, if I answered the question, because I got lost in the question, honestly. But okay. Can you please speak on the upcoming status? Ooh, child, nurse practitioners and OBGYN based on nurse practitioners being unclassified. Baby, I'm gonna talk about that, honey. Is there a vitamin supplement for one who is hot natured? I'm not in perimenopause. I've been hot natured all my life. Well, when we talk about being hot natured, yeah, that's a possibility. But again, you're somebody who I would be like, okay, what's happening with the thyroid? How much water do you drink? All of the things. Hydration is a big thing. I drink a lot of water. I drink 5 bottles a day. That's not a lot of water. That's not a lot of water. My patients who are in metabolism management, and even who 100 ounces a day, 100 ounces of water a day. That is not a lot between the activity, between the salt you eat, between physical activity, between just if you're sweating. Okay, so you're losing a lot of water that way too. So are we dehydrated? Are we somebody who's chronically not a water drinker? So you feel hot all the time. That's me. That is me. I work. So I'm like, I'll go from room to room to room to room to room. I haven't had anything 7 o'clock this morning. It's now noon. That's not okay. Like not one sip. And then I got to get on telemedicine call. And then I got to do this and I got to do that. And then now the end of the day has come. And now I'm in my car. I ain't got no water in my car. And I'm going to have to pee before I get home anyway. So now I ain't had nothing from 7:30 to about 7 o'clock at night. So are you that person? So yes, it would make sense that you're hot natured and you've been hot natured because potentially maybe this is your whole life. So I don't know. But as far as vitamins, just I tell you a standard regular vitamin and vitamin D, making sure you guys are staying away from processed foods, processed sugars, fast foods. I tell my patients um, proteins, and what do you call this? And vegetables. Hydrate well, hydrate with alkaline water, different things like that. Snack on things like cucumbers. So just make sure you're staying well hydrated. There is no particular ideal estradiol level. Every person is different. Healthy is relative, right? So as long as the estradiol is present, as long as you're having normal menstrual cycles, then we should be good. So that's that. Okay, so let's get back to this nurse practitioner thing. So y'all know nurses, nurse practitioners, masters in nursing, occupational therapists, physician's assistant. Baby, they done said everything under a doctor is not professional. I don't really like, I'm trying to really kind of understand what that means in a space of, so you saying their degree is nothing more than a certificate at this point? Are you saying that they can't do the things that they do in the office? And then like, I'm trying to understand it. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. Okay. Y'all might not like this. Y'all might not like it. And somebody gonna jump on my back because I know I got a nurse practitioner. I know I got a physician's assistant. I got nurses. I got doctors. I got everybody up on here. Okay. Recommend for night sweats. Yep, I can tell you exactly what I recommend. Give me a second. Um, I think that the way medicine has been pushed to a corporate in a corporate space, right? So a lot of what happens in medicine It's because it's owned by for-profit businesses. It's not medicine used to be nonprofit. So at the end of the day, so when you have a nonprofit, everything you make for the year, it has to go out. You can't at the end of the year, everything has to be equal to zero, right? For nonprofit. There it is. Medicine went to for-profit. And so you have these corporations that own the situation things, right? And so I think too that nurse practitioners and physicians assistants, and I think maybe sometimes while they enjoy the title or maybe the level of responsibility that they're given, I think that they have not been trained for that level of responsibility. So a lot of times they'll be brought in as a nurse practitioner, but literally they're doing the job of a physician. Um, and like I said, they enjoy it, but they haven't been trained in that way. And that's when you have mistakes, or that's when you have nurse practitioners who are overwhelmed. That is when you get burnout, because the health system doesn't care that the patient might not be getting diagnosed properly, or that the patient might not be getting all specific options, or whatever the case may be. And this is not, I'm not shitting on the nurse practitioners, or no, you guys are good at what you do, but people are bringing you in to do things that are outside what should be outside of your well of what to do. It should be outside of that. So essentially what I'm saying is that they're paying you a third of the salary that they're paying a doctor, and they're bringing boatloads of you on so that they can get the work of a doctor out of you for less money. You're enjoying it. The only patient person sometimes, because sometimes the nurse practitioners and the PAs are better than the doctors, let me be clear, but not always. And sometimes patients suffer. And it's like, I think they weigh the pros and the cons. And at the end of the day, we're ultimately going to spend less, even if there's a lawsuit. So, um, that is what we have. So we have, and again, I'm gonna speak my piece. We have a situation where people are loving and indulging in the title, not understanding fully that you're actually kind of being pimped, because they're paying you a third and wanting the work of a doctor, until the level of the the type of diagnostician or the type of provider that you need to be is just outside of your level of expertise. And then they just blame you. When it all goes to shit, they just blame you. And it's just not okay. So I'm not exactly sure what this means. I mean, because these people have gone to school for a very long time. Okay. Not as long as a physician, but um they've gone to school for a long time, and they've worked hard, and they've earned their credentials. And I think it's disrespectful as hell to say you're not a professional. No, of course they're professionals. Of course they're professionals. So I don't know what it means medically, and I don't know that anybody knows what it means medically right now. I know that it probably means that a lot of people are going to lose their jobs, because if you say we put certain regulations in place because these people are no longer professionals, then there are things that they're doing that they're not going to be able to do. And so a lot of what we're seeing now is a lot of EMRs, or electronic medical records, are now incorporating AI to make your diagnosis, whether you realize it or not. Even sometimes when you guys are calling these places on the phone and you're calling online that's AI. That's not a person. That's AI. So if these EMRs are saying, hey, um, if these EMRs are saying, hey, we can do AI over here for diagnostics, and we can't have them do the technical stuff anyway. The doctors now need to do the technical stuff completely. Then you have a whole genre of medicine that is going to be out of work, or a lot of nurse practitioners and physicians assistants. We're always nurses, baby. Listen, you try and do your work without a nurse and see what happens. You try and do it. I think it's going to be I think it's going to be a roadway into cutting their salaries tremendously. And nurses make a check. No, if you get a hardworking nurse, she could very easily make more or just the same as a doctor. Nurses make that check. And I think a lot of these careers are women-driven careers. And again, same reason why I won't take insurance, because there's literally an attack on women's health. There's an attack on women's health care. There is, you know, um, there's a lot. It's a lot. So yeah, just be careful. That's all I can say is just be careful. Um, so there's that. And again, I appreciate our nurses, our nurse practitioners, our physician's assistants. You know, everybody plays a role. But again, I think they've been pushed into doing more than they should do, to save the healthcare system money. And I think it probably has a little bit to do with some of the outcomes. And it's not their fault. It's not their fault. Okay, so now, um, y'all wanted to know about these hot flashes, child. Okay. First of all, hot flashes. You got hot flashes, you got night sweats. So hot flashes are you sitting here minding your business like I'm sitting here minding my business, and like just some heat. Like it's just like Lucifer done blew on the back of your neck. And it's either gonna go from here down or it's gonna come from here up. And it's just heat. It's just hot. It's just hot. Okay. And it subsides when it subsides. Some people bust out in sweat, some people spritz, some people just be hot. Okay. And then you got night sweats. That's a little bit different. That is, you just can't get comfortable. You over the cover, under the cover, over the cover, under the cover. And then you try to put one leg over and one leg under, but the leg that's over be getting cold. So then you got to flip up, child. By the time you actually get to sleep, it's about 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. And then it's time to get the hell up. Okay. So what I do, I can only speak to what I do. Anytime you have hot flashes, you are going to be privy to doing hormone replacement therapy. I do bioidentical hormone replacement. I don't really like the patches. And you know, progesterone isn't oral, but you kind of have to balance it out. Progesterone and estrogen are like on a seesaw. And why is that? Because estrogen favors the thickening of your lining, progesterone favors the thinning of your lining. So if you're on estrogen and you're postmenopausal, and the only reason you would be on anyway, so if you're on estrogen and you're postmenopausal, you need that estrogen and a progesterone so that we don't have a buildup in your lining. Because when the lining builds up and it gets thick, it gets a little disorganized, and that's when cancers start. So we want to do a little bit of both. So when you ask me the question, you're on a patch and you're on progesterone, you're having hot flashes, should you take more progesterone? Well, estrogen is actually what treats your hot flashes. But I ain't a fan. Like I said, you know, you only got 2 or 3 different doses, and I like bioidentical. I can draw your blood. The computer tell me exactly what you need. Exactly. I don't like the synthetic stuff. And anytime something is, yes, bioidentical hormone replacement. And anytime something is synthetic, it is known to be a cancer causing thing, which bioidenticals are actually, they actually help prevent cancers. They actually help with your lipid profile. It helps with your A1C. It helps manage your weight. It helps with all the symptoms. It takes that libido, baby, turns you into a 25, 30-year-old. One of my upcoming podcasts is getting in touch with your inner thought. Baby, that thing will get you together, honey. Like I tell you, if you ain't got no D, you can't make no phone calls. You ain't got no living D. You don't know nobody. You might want to stay away from the bioidenticals because they gonna get you together, honey. Um, yes, baby. I'm just letting you know. So there's that. So I don't know that you necessarily need to increase the progesterone. Progesterone is going to help with the brain fog. It keeps but if you take too much progesterone, that means your lining will get too thin and you'll start bleeding. You take too much estrogen, your lining gets too thick and you start bleeding. So you kind of got to really be with your hormone replacement, somebody who's really on it, knows what they're doing. Um, and you know, it's just on top of it. You have to be very, very careful with that, because if you are postmenopausal, meaning you've been without a period for more than a year and you start bleeding, it is endometrial cancer until proven otherwise. So then we got to do an endometrial biopsy. You got to have a pelvic ultrasound. You might need a DNC. So you really need somebody who is going to be on top of the situation. And yes, you can have you can do bioidenticals and still have a Mirena. Remember, I told you with the Mirena, there's no hormone circulating in your body at all. The only hormone is circulating inside of your womb. So yes, you can do both, my dear. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, honey, with that over the cover, under the cover, child. Woo, I'm just saying, honey. And I do bioidenticals, but when it's time for my pellets, my staff be like, Doc, is it time for you to go get your pellets again? Because I'm when it comes to work, I'm very serious anyway. Like I laugh, I joke, I play, we have a good time, a good time I have by all the vibes. But when it comes to the work, I don't play. I do not play. I don't like patients being unhappy. I don't like customers being unhappy. I don't play. I'll be like, what happened? And they know when I get like that, okay. They be like, "Oh, did I don't give no grace. I don't give no grace." So they know. They know. So yeah. Okay. So I'm still okay. What about the Vioza? That is a great question. So Vioza is supposed to be non-hormonal. And it's supposed to get rid of hot flashes. I I mean, the rep comes to my office or whatever, had come to my office. I don't know. It works, but it works over time. Like it's 2 to 3 months, and it's a brand name medication, which means, and again, women's health. So they ain't trying to give you no break on that. Now you might be able to go on their website, get a coupon or whatever, but your insurance is not trying to give you no break on that. And you usually have to take it about 3 months before you see any change. And it's like, child, you taking anything for 3 months. You like, girl, I am over this. What else can I do? So if you are somebody, and let me say this. Oh, yeah, let me say this. Um, if you are somebody who, for whatever reason, you have a high risk of cancer, you have the BRCA gene, you have a strong family history, your mother, your sister, your auntie, maybe even your daughter, anybody have breast cancer, you like, nope, I'm not messing with it. I'm a high risk. I don't even want to risk it. Y'all got a pen? I'm gonna put it down here in the chat. I can't put it in the chat up there. Child, okay, I'm gonna put y'all got a pen. Just get a pen. Y'all know I'm not tech savvy. I'm trying. I'm working two things right now. So her Instagram name is I will WILL like the letter A remedy REMEDY. Now, I'm going to tell you what she does. I will a remedy. I love her. She was at the retreat, honey. She gave them the bust down at the retreat, honey. She gave them a phone number. They text something to somewhere. They got 7 pages of information about herbs, all for free. I said, well, thank you, girl. If you missed the retreat, if you know, you know. Anyway, what she does, and she does not even sell herbs, so it's not like she's trying. Thank you for putting that in the chat. She does not even sell herbs. She's like, yeah, I don't sell anymore. But what she is, she's like an herbal prescriptionist, if that makes any sense, if I'm describing it properly. So what she does is, like, you would call her and she would sit, talk about your medical history, talk about what medications you were on, talk about what symptoms you're having, talk about what your goals are. And then she would she would give you an herbal regimen to take. And she would tell you where to get the herbs from. Okay. So I could, this right here, I think I'm a platinum diamond medallion prime member. Like I got a habit at this point. Y'all see my closet. I got a habit. I probably do Amazon about 3 times a day. Okay. So if you tell me, oh, you need to take chicory root, oh baby, click, 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 is at the house by the time I get here from work. No, she made it very clear. She's like, so some things on Amazon are going to be fine. Some things are going to be synthetic and not the real thing. They just throw them in a bin and you order it, they're going to grab what they grab. Right. So I was like, "Er?" So she tells people where to get their herbs from, and she tells you what your routine is. And I prefer that. So if we can't do something like hormone replacement, bioidenticals, where we're being followed, our blood levels are being followed, our symptoms are being followed, everything's being followed closely into the T. If we can't afford it, we don't want it, or we're not a candidate for it, I would say get on with I will a remedy and say, listen, sis. And to be perfectly honest, It doesn't just have to be people who don't want you, even if you're on bioidentical hormone replacement and you feel like, hey, I want to lose a little bit of weight, but I might not want to take meds. I can't join Doc's program. Maybe I can add something to my regimen that will help me. So that is something that I would recommend. Okay. I'm just trying to make sure that I got everything. Somebody said I had an IUD a little over 4 years. Monthly cycles came on time. Going into 5th year, started gaining weight. Went to see a doctor and was told I was 20 weeks pregnant. Girl. Well, so what IUD you had? Because normally they said they changed the indication for the Mirena to like 8 years. I gotta. IUD was still there. You can get pregnant with an IUD. Let me be very clear. It's rare. It is rare, but it is possible. It is possible. I've delivered a baby, and the IUD was smack in the middle of the placenta. I was like, "Ooh, girl." But they tell you that's why nobody give you 100% for anything, because they don't want you, them folk don't want you coming up in there with your Colby and Myers or Morgan and Morgan. Them folk don't want you coming up in there, so they don't say nothing 100%. Now, I saw somebody up on the gram. I see you. Somebody was asking about boric acid. Now, you and this Vagisil girl, I'm fitting to drag y'all. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna snatch you by the root. I'm gonna snatch these edges by the root. Okay. Now, let me talk about the Vagisil first, because that's a little bit easier. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. I bet. So people come in, oh, it helps. What it does is it coats. It coats. Just like how can I say this? When you take a whole bath, y'all know what a whole bath is. Holla if you hear me. When you take a whole bath, you might not you might not stink today because you done took your little whole bath, but you ain't clean. You ain't clean, sis. So it's kind of the same thing, and it's chemical laced, and anything that you put in your vagina, and y'all need to start being well aware of this, anything that you put in your vagina is a direct shot into your bloodstream. So be careful. Y'all are just throwing stuff up there to get relief, and I get it sometimes, but at the end of the day, just be careful with what you're putting in your vagina. It does not work. It does not fix yeast. It does not. Okay, here's this. And I'm gonna get to you, boric acid. Don't you worry, sis. Don't leave the room. Um, Here's this. And this is what I tell my patients, and it's for perspective, right? It is for perspective. If you had a tooth abscess, an infection in your tooth, like that thing is draining, you can hear click, click, click. It's just bubbling. It hurt. Your breath stank. Do you think that it's something at Target, not behind the prescription counter? Do you think it's something on the aisle at Target or Walmart or anywhere? Hey, girl, hey, or anywhere that in the store that can fix that infection? Now, it might be something that can make it feel a little bit better, but is there anything that can fix it? No, there's not. If you have an eye infection, straight up pink eye, straight up conjunctivitis, is there anything in the store that can fix it? If you got an infection in your C-section scar, is there anything on the aisle at any of these great, wonderful convenience stores we go to that can fix it? No. So why do y'all think that when your vagina is infected, there is something on the aisle that can fix you? Good day in the morning. I mean, good day. Help me understand. Okay. I need to. All right. And low key, because you in the family and we love you, I can knock you in your head with that refresh too. Give me a minute. Give me a minute, because boric acid is in front of you. Okay. Yeah. So if we actually have an infection, tonight's conversation is about everything, girl. It is about everything. Whatever y'all asking me, I'm answering. So now when it comes to boric acid, first of all, I need you guys to understand, and you guys, some of you guys may be too young to remember, but boric acid is a pesticide. It is a pesticide. I don't care if they start bottling it different. And I start noticing when they start peddling boric acid to y'all, you can't find it at Home Depot no more. You can't find it in the Home Depot. I bet you can't. I think the only people who carry that is Ace Hardware. You can't find it in the Home Depot. Why? Because they done pulled it and they selling it to y'all to put in y'all coochies. Now, when it comes to boric acid is a pesticide. Back in the day, they would use it to kill roaches and mice. Okay. When roaches eat boric acid, it's literally like they're chewing on shards of glass. Let me get a little bit more specific. Do you know when they did the atomic bomb or whatever, do you know that the only thing that really survived that atomic bomb, and I'm not lying, you on guard, GAWD. You can look this up. The only thing that actually survived that atomic I thought it was a medical grade. Of course you thought that. That's why you bought it. How can you prove it? Can they prove it? Anyway, the only thing that survived that atomic bomb, girl, was roaches. So roaches will survive the atomic bomb, but they can't survive boric acid. Now, pray tell, I would like to know what is happening in your vagina that is that extreme that you need something stronger than the damn atomic bomb down up and through there. Okay? Take me through there. Take me through there. Jokes. But at the end of the day, don't do that. Don't do that. So what happens with that? Let me tell you what happens with boric acid. You have all the lactobacilli in your vagina. They're there. When you get rid of them, when you destroy, it doesn't come back. So people say, "Oh, eat what is it? Yogurt. It restores the no, once the lactobacilli is gone, it's gone." Okay. And so what happens is the purpose of that lactobacilli is when you get one of the 7 types of vaginitis, and yes, there are 7 types. And when you get one of the 7 types of vaginitis, the lactobacilli is supposed to go in and eat the vaginitis. Right. And then sometimes you get an imbalance, like when you get BV, you get too much bacteria, and the lactobacilli is like, hands up, hands up. We okay, no problem. White flag, white flag. And then that's when you gotta come and see me. Okay. Now, what happens when you take the boric acid is the boric acid, yes, it's going to shut down that vaginitis, but it's also going to wipe out the lactobacilli. So now it's gone. Now you don't have anything to fight your BV ever, ever. Okay. So what happens is we've learned that patients who are on boric acid suppositories, you then start to have issues with chronic vaginitis because you ain't got no defenses. You ain't got nothing to fight the vaginitis. So the boric acid will go in and kill it, but you're going to keep having recurrent vaginitis because the thing that would have kept the vaginitis away, oh, you killed that. You killed that. I'm just saying. So the problem is that people are getting their healthcare information from TikTok. They're getting their healthcare information from TikTok. They're getting their healthcare information from people who are selling. Oh, let me tell you why you use boric acid. It's natural. Who the hell? It is a pesticide. And you're putting it in your vagina, which is a direct shot into your bloodstream. So so for all of my girlies who desire to stay more natural than anything, yeah, you're putting a pesticide right into your bloodstream. So we pray. I don't know what the long-term effects are. It hasn't been long-term yet, but we pray that we don't see autoimmune disorders and this and that and the third things and worsening of this, worsening of that. We pray because we don't know. But what I can tell you is that people who use boric acid will have issues with chronic vaginitis because you wiped out your lactobacilli with the boric acid. So people kill me. They're like, I love my boric acid. I use my boric acid. It works. Well, if it works, why are you still using it? See, if it worked, then it should have worked and been done. We talk about vaginitis all the time. Does that mean that I am HPV free or may I still be positive? I want to answer. We talk about vaginitis. I'm gonna answer this question. We talked about vaginitis all the time, and I tell you, I give you the key pearls, the pearls on how not to get it. Y'all need to let me know if y'all already know, or if you want me to go over it again. I've completed treatment for HPV related cancer in my throat. Does that mean that I am? No. Okay, so it depends on your age. First of all, when you have HPV is a virus. Y'all need to understand, just like HIV, just like HSV, aka herpes, just like HPV, viruses do not go away. Viruses can be controlled, but they do not go away. A virus is a virus. Now, when it comes to HPV, interestingly enough, up until age 31, you can clear HPV. But after age 31, that's all you, girl, or guy. Okay, that's all you. So be very mindful of that. Okay, so BV, y'all want to hear TikTok? It's not that TikTok is dangerous all the time. It's not that TikTok is dangerous. And I say it like this: I blame doctors. I blame doctors because either you get, a lot of times, not all the time, but sometimes you get inaccurate information or you don't get information at all. So when you have somebody who's suffering with something, it's like, I can't even have sex with my boyfriend. I can't even sit with my legs spread apart on the couch. I'm afraid when I get up, when I go to somebody's bathroom, they're going to be talking about me. Like, these are real problems that affects people's life, right? And then the doctor only got 7 minutes. The doctor only got 7 minutes, and he gonna still give you that, or she gonna give you that ratchet metronidazole. They're not gonna have any information for you. They're not gonna give you, steps to do anything different. You just gonna be on this wheel of metronidazole. I too, if I didn't know any better, would be looking for answers. So people go to TikTok and YouTube and Instagram and all these places to get answers, right? Because the doctors sometimes don't have time to give it or are not giving accurate information. So I don't blame you guys. I understand. I get annoyed with the people who are on TikTok and they just try and sell their product. Whatever it is, they done got something. Because a lot of times what they do is they order it from these Chinese websites, right? And it comes in a big giant box and it comes with their label already on it. And then they make it like it's this fantabulous thing that they went in the lab and made. And then y'all buy it all up because it's hope. You're purchasing hope. You're not purchasing a cure. You're not purchasing anything that works. You're purchasing hope because everything you've done in the past has not worked. So I don't blame you guys. I don't think that you're not smart. I don't think that a website is dangerous. I think these people are capitalizing on the fact that you have a real issue. And it's not because they're bad people, it's because they're trying to make money. But we all have to take that into account and stop doing things that are going to inadvertently hurt us because of that. Tension tamer tea works well for cramps, tension, and headache. Okay, girl. I'm a fan of red leaf raspberry tea. I tell my patients that if you're a heavy bleeder, you don't want birth control pills, you don't want IUDs, red leaf raspberry pill, even if you're pregnant at 36 weeks, not before, because before it'll cause labor. But even if you're pregnant at 36 weeks, and onward, you can drink a cup a day and it'll help with postpartum bleeding, postpartum hemorrhage. It'll actually even help you dilate better. So I'm a fan of red leaf raspberry tea. If you guys don't know, you guys know I wrote a Black Woman's Guide to Surviving Pregnancy, Labor, and Delivery. If you don't know, it's on my website, drtasha.com, drtasharogers.com. Go get it. If you're trying to get pregnant, if you're pregnant, I take you through the whole labor process, what you should be asking, what you should be knowing, what you should be doing. If stuff starts to go to the left, what to do. It's a whole survival guide. Okay. I don't deliver anymore, so I don't really talk about babies too much anymore. But I did write a survival guide that has everything in it you need, sis. And at the end of the day, like I say, at the end of the day, worst case scenario, you may need your legal team at the bedside. So stop doing these damn gender reveals when you 14 minutes pregnant. Stop doing these gender reveals and put that $300 to having an attorney on retainer if you should need it. Don't call them folk getting on their damn nerves because somebody ain't bring you no ice. That's not what this is for. That is when you feel like if you don't get a third party in there, things are going to go bad, and people are not going to be hearing you. Okay, and you might get unalived. That is when you want to call that third party to the bedside. Now she got attitude. She got attitude, and I'm about to slap her. So I'm gonna need my lawyer up in here. No, no, no. That's not what that's for. Don't go in them folk office like that. I told y'all that's what happened this week. Okay. And they effed around and found out. Don't do that. Don't go in these folk office like that. Um, yes. To help me relax before bedtime. So somebody else asked about magnesium. And I know that's another big thing on TikTok. And I made a joke one time, and yeah, I wasn't joking though. And so somebody asked me about magnesium, and the girl was making this sleepy time cocktail or tea or something like that, right? And she was like, I just put it in to the spirit move me. And she dumping it. And I just commented, I said, keep on putting it into the spirit move you, and your ass gonna meet the spirit. Now, let's talk about a little bit about magnesium. First of all, magnesium is a trace element. You don't need a whole lot of it. A night focused on menopause for perimenopause. Girl, I always talk about perimenopause, menopause. We can talk about it some more, girl. And what I'll do is, you know what I'll do? I'll do a whole YouTube video on it. I'll make one of like my podcasts, and I just recorded all my podcasts, like 5 podcasts yesterday. But I will do a video specifically, and I did one already. Go back and watch the videos, girl. Scroll back. I did one on menopause, perimenopause, male menopause, the whole 9 yards. Go back there, girl. But anyway, magnesium. So what magnesium does, you have calcium in your muscles, right? And calcium make your muscles contract, and it makes your muscles tight, right? And magnesium, they work against the like, remember I said like estrogen and progesterone. Yeah, we got like insulin and and sugar type of thing. Well, you got calcium and magnesium. And so magnesium make your muscles relax. Okay, magnesium makes your muscles relax. That's what it does. And that's why some people sleep better at night with it. It helps with, it relieves their cramping in their legs and all of these things. Why? But because it helps everything relax out. Um and here's the thing. When we talk about muscles, we talk about all muscles, not just the ones in your leg, okay? Your diaphragm, which makes you breathe, is a muscle. In your blood vessels, the walls of your blood vessels, like the arteries, you actually have muscles, like thin little muscles. So when you take magnesium, all the muscles relax. The muscles in your blood vessels, the muscles that are in your calves, the muscles that are in your back. That's why you feel like, ah. And it's okay to some degree. But the question is, what is the degree? Right? So even when people have like preeclampsia, what do we give them? We give them magnesium, but what do? We keep a close eye on their magnesium levels. And again, they're taking it at a whole different rate. They're taking a whole lot of it over a short period of time. It's a whole different bear. But the point is, magnesium is magnesium. It is not without incident. So don't go piling it in and piling it in, because you get too much of it, then our muscles get too relaxed, then our pressure could drop, our respiratory drive could drop. Okay. So you have to be very careful with it. But at the same time, I get why it helps all those things, but it is not a muscle relaxant. That's not what it's for. And again, there are different types of magnesium, and then there are different amounts that we can take. But please don't just again randomly go and be ninja rigging stuff and coming up with your own plan. And yeah, because that takes me 1,000 milligrams of that a night. Girl, no. So, you want to be careful with that. Okay. So that is why it's not a bad thing, but you have to be gingerly with it. You have to understand it. You can't go crazy with it, and then nobody's keeping an eye on it. So I'm very like, yes. Can you share the guide? Yes, the guide is called a Black Woman's Guide to a Survival Guide for Black Women, something like that, for pregnancy, labor, and delivery. Okay. And it's on my website, drtasharogers.com. Um, and yes. Um, Magnesium is in Epsom salt. That's why you're behind me getting the doo-doo runs when you, and please, I know who is on here putting Epsom salt in their bath water. I need a show of hands. Wave at me. Hit me with a smiley face. Do something if you putting Epsom salt in your bath water. Y'all better be scared. Oh, y'all putting I bet not see nary one of my patients. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Who put a happy face? Uh-huh. Yes, and if you're new to the channel, girl, welcome. Yes, we treat BV with clindamycin in these parts. We don't use any of the things. Okay. Oh, so all y'all Instagram girlies, y'all trying to play with me. Y'all playing in my face. Y'all playing in my face. Okay, so and my primary physician, I need to have a pap smear because I don't have a cervix, but I do have my ovaries. I don't believe her. I still need to be mindful of my. Yes, you do. I'm glad, Miss Valeria. And I don't know whether it's Valerie A or Valerie, or maybe I said that wrong, but baby, yes. I'm glad you got the wherewithal. I don't want to get snatched by Doc. Yes, baby. Because I'm finna get all y'all with this Epsom salt. I just want to address this serious situation we got here. Now, okay, so I think that when we talk about, and I want all of y'all to hear this. Okay, y'all, y'all hear me back? Okay. I want all of y'all to hear this. Okay. Because I think that, and again, a lot of times these systems, insurance systems, hospital systems, are not necessarily preoccupied with our health. We got some bottom line stuff going on. Okay. So what you need to understand is, let's leave out the frequency of the pap smear right now. I paps everybody once a year. You get the pap once a year from me. All that 3 year, 5 year, 7 year. I don't know. I know what the recommendations are. I just know what I do and I know what I like to do. And we ain't gonna miss nothing. I'm sorry. That we gonna do what we do. Okay. And yes, it's an annual exam. Now, regardless as to what they tell you, your insurance company will pay for it. And even if your insurance company does not pay for a pap smear, it's like $25. Yes. So, with that in mind, when people say, well, I had a hysterectomy, I don't need a pap smear. Let me make some distinctions for you. Okay. First of all, whether you need a pap smear or not, every single woman, and she was on this, every single woman still needs to come to the gynecologist once a year. I need to take a look. I need to see if any of those masses down, any masses or bumps down there shouldn't be down there. Is that really an ingrown hair? Is this itching you're doing because of that nasty Epsom salt you soaking in? Or do we have something else going on? Or do we have an allergic reaction? Or do we have an early vulvar cancer? Like vulvar cancer itches. So the thing is that you need somebody looking down, and you need somebody to put their fingers, whether y'all like it or not, inside your vaginas so we can feel for those ovaries. Are they enlarged? Are they heavy? We should not feel them at all. If I feel your ovaries, that's not a good sign. You need an ultrasound. But if somebody's convinced you, and I think a lot of times as women, we feel like, oh, I'll tell you why no Epsom. You ain't miss it. I ain't get to it yet, sis. A lot of times as women, we feel like, well, I don't need no pap smears. I don't need to go to the gynecologist unless I have a problem. Who said that? Who said that? You need an annual GYN examination so I can look at you from the rooter to the tutor. I can look at how the hair is growing on the vagina and be like, why is there a patch where there's no hair here? What is happening here? And do a scraping. I can look on the inside. Do we have a vaginitis? If you do have a cervix, do we have a cervicitis? What is happening here? Do not let people gyp you out of your health care. So I disagree with your gynecologist, point blank, period. And then if you had a hysterectomy because there was a precancer or because there was an abnormal pap smear, baby, the next place that we need to look is the cuff of the vagina, like the top part of the vagina, like where we sold it and closed it off when you had your hysterectomy. Because if there's going to be any type of abnormality, that is where it's going to show first. So what? But yeah, child. Now let's get to y'all boric acid. No, not boric acid. We done dealt with y'all. Let's get to the Epsom salt, girls. First of all, what I tell my patients is, why are y'all out here pickling y'all vaginas? Them folk ain't lie to you. It's salt. It is salt. I know you might feel like it relax your legs or whatever. Get in some nice warm water. That's gonna relax them too. Okay. Self-care. Get you a massage once a month. Okay. All right, good. Wear some compression socks. Okay, good. Do some physical activity. Walk. Okay. I know you've had a long day. A nice warm bath will do you nicely. You don't have to put nothing in your bath. Y'all are not kids. I don't know why people get the sprinkling and minkling stuff all up in it. Is salt. How about this? If you don't believe me, and I know food is high, so just get you a little corner. Just get you a little corner of a chicken breast and sprinkle some Epsom salt on that chicken breast. Only a little bit, because you like. Even, how about this? put some water in it, and then put the Epsom salt in the water, and then come back downstairs tomorrow and see what that look like. That's what you're doing to your cooch. And then you come in my cooch, my vagina itching. It ain't getting wet as it used to. Yeah, because you're jerky in it. That is brine. You are soaking your behind in brine. Why are you doing that? What are you hoping to gain? I mean, somebody tell me, what are you hoping to gain? Okay. What do you replace your boric acid with? Why are you using boric acid on a regular basis? If you need it on the regular basis, you need to replace your boric acid with a gynecology visit. Something's wrong. There's an infection somewhere if you need it on the regular basis. I'm not trying to be smart because you up in here and I love you, sis. And I know you want the information and I want to give it to you. Y'all know I'm humorous. Y'all know I try not to take myself too seriously. Um, but yeah, you need to replace that boric acid with a GYN visit. I'm just saying. Any salt is going to pickle your coochie. Now, if you decide that you want pickled coochie, listen, one thing for sure and two thing about it, I'm going to mind my business. I'm going to mind my business. I don't judge nobody. If you want dry, itchy, jerky coochie, baby, go at it. Okay. But don't come to me. Say, I don't know why it just be so itchy and so irritating. Like something's going on down here. Like I think it's, when I had sex with him, I think it's his semen. No, it's that damn Epsom salt. It's jerky. It's jerky, baby. It's jerky. So I'm just saying it's salt. Yeah, you should be scared of that. Peter Piper picked that is hilarious. Y'all are funny. I love this. This is the funniest. I'm trying to make sure that I did not miss anything as far as questions. Did I miss anybody's questions? I hope not. That left the clip inside. Breast can't find it. I'm not exactly sure what this is. Somebody said that they had breast surgery a couple of years ago. They left the clip inside, which is very common. They did not do anything. A lot of times, if you have like a mass or a knot or something like that, they will do surgery, but they'll leave a clip so they'll know the exact spot where it was. So if they go to look at something again, they'll be able to see bada boom, bada bing, this, that, and the third. But it's like they can't find it. I don't know what that means specifically. Maybe it was an overgrowth. I don't really know what it means. But like I said, if you should have a breast specialist. And that's another thing, guys. This breast thing is okay. I'm talking to my sisters right now. I'm talking to my sisters. Not that I'm not talking to anybody else, but I'm specifically talking to my sisters. Please stop being afraid of this mammogram. Somebody has made y'all feel there's no such thing as there's no such thing as a vaginal probiotic. So get that out your mind. That's cap. Anyway, somebody has made us feel that mammograms are a lot of radiation for some reason. Y'all think that, don't y'all? Hit me with a wave or the little heart signs if y'all think that somebody has, that it's a lot of radiation. It's not. A mammogram is actually less than a chest x-ray. And just by walking around with, all this stuff emitting, cell phones and this, that, and the third and blah, 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 blah. Y'all know that just walking around outside, you pick up radiation, right? You know that, right? Okay. So they say that a mammogram is the equivalent of you walking around outside for like 6 weeks. Like it is next to nothing. Right. And for me, I don't do just regular mammograms for my patients. I do something called tomosynthesis. And tomosynthesis is a 3D mammogram. And and it costs the same, whatever the case may be. But what tomosynthesis does is it picks up things earlier. It's more accurate. It's 3D. So they don't have to, can you come back and put your breast back in? Can you come back and do it? They can actually flip the image and see behind. So it's really, really good for people who have dense breasts as well. Okay. So that is one thing that is major when it comes to breast stuff, but please get your mammograms. Now, the way I do at my office, I do a baseline at 37, and then you get mammograms once a year at 40. I don't understand what this 50 thing is. They trying to push it back. I tell you, I don't know why these folk hate women. Well, we've been watching social media, so we kind of know why they hate women. No shade, no tea. But it's just everything we did to get us in a better and a healthy place. Now they're trying to roll it all back. So, but they still are required to pay for this stuff. So yes, mammogram at 40 once a year. And let me just put it in perspective. So let's say, can you talk more about vaginitis and how it should be treated? Yes, I will. We will have a vaginitis talk when we get done with this. Let's say you like, because I get people like this too. I'm not getting a mammogram every year. I get it every 2 years. I get it every 3 years. Radiation, which, yeah, I'm not, but you'll stand in front of your microwave, but you'll put your cell phone in your chest pocket, or you put your cell phone in your back pocket, or you put your cell phone up to your ear. Okay. Anyways, I'm not getting my mammogram every year, blah, 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 right? But so you miss 2 years. And then you go back, we don't want to put that in the atmosphere, but you go back and there's a spot, and then there's a biopsy, and then there's a cancer. You know what the first test you're going to get after all that's done? You're going to get something called a PET scan. And a PET scan is the equivalent of 30 mammograms. So, did you do yourself any favors by missing one or two? Go for your mammograms, ladies, please. Please. And again, I think, I don't know, I don't have big boobies. Okay. I'm struggling to be in the B club. I'm struggling. And I'm okay with that. Okay. Dr. Mabang, I need y'all to tag Dr. Mabang. Okay. Plastic surgeon in California. He's a Nigerian man no, he's from Ghana. He's from Ghana. He got that gorilla glue out that girl hair. Hell of a surgeon. Can y'all tag him and tell him I need him to do my stomach and my boobies so I don't got to strip at the big stomach night at the Magic City? I don't want to be there, but if I got to be there, I'll be there. But can y'all tag him and tell him I need him to do my A cups? Just lift him up, because at my big age, I can't even find no A cup nowhere. So I just need him to lift him up. Anyway, so let's talk about vaginitis. Y'all ready? You ready, sis? Can you hear me? Okay, good. All right, so let's talk about the vaginitis of it all. So we got a couple of different types of vaginitis. Y'all didn't know about AV, did you? All y'all know about is BB. So I be trying to tell y'all, don't come in my office diagnosing. Just tell me what you're experiencing, and I'm gonna tell you why. So you have AV and you have BV. Now, let's talk about BV because that's what y'all be wanting to hear about. So we got BV, bacteria vaginosis, BV, vaginosis, vaginitis. It's all the same damn thing. Okay. We use the terms interchangeably. Whatever y'all come in and say is whatever y'all come in and say. Okay. That's what it is. There are 7 different types of vaginitis. I said it. There are 7 different types of vaginitis. Okay. Y'all heard me? Okay, cool. Now, with there being 7 different types, the most common medication people give is metronidazole and metrogel, right? Metronidazole and metrogel have a very high failure rate in that it only treats 4 of the 7 types. And then to boot, your doctor's office 9 times out of 10 only tests for about 2 or 3 types. So hold up. So you've only been tested for 2 or 3 types. You're only treating 4 types. So what if your doctor sees the 3 types that they check for you don't have? They're going to say, you don't have BV. No. I don't have what you checked for. So my question always is to people, do you keep getting vaginitis? Or do you have vaginitis that has never actually been properly treated? I mean, I'm just asking. Okay. So there's that. All right. Now, when we talk about BV and how do you get it, here are the rules. Here are the rules. You ready? First and foremost, I never use Metrogel, Metronidazole. I use clindamycin. I just do. But treatment without changing your lifestyle or behaviors, you will still have BV. Got it? Okay. So here are the rules. I don't want to grapple over it. I don't want to grapple over it. Says I don't want to fight. I don't want to argue. You can do with your hoo-ha whatever you want to do with your hoo-ha. Okay. I'm just telling you. At the end of the day, the treatment works. It's tried and true. It's worked for years. There is not one of my patients who can come and say, nope, she been treating me for BV. It ain't fixed it. I still got BV. Nope. I educate my patients on what to do. I treat them effectively. Now they may get it again, but they know why. Oh, doc. I did such and such and I got it again. Okay, cool. If you get it again, you get it again. I don't care. But to make it like you didn't get treated proper. Oh no, I don't play that. Like what Erica Badu say, keep in mind I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my ish. So if I can't do nothing, baby, I can fix a vaginitis. I don't care how long you had it. Okay. So y'all ready for the rules? Did y'all get your pen? And if you got your and if you up there on the gram, second floor, back seat, if you up there on the gram, I need y'all to write this down up and through these comments because y'all know I don't know how to do all that. Okay, help auntie out. Help auntie out. Okay. So first and foremost, you're going to be properly treated. You're going to take the proper medication. When you are on medication for vaginitis, you cannot have sex for the 7 days you on the medication. That would be my problem. That would be my patients be failing. They be like, oh, doc, I got the day 5. And then we had to bust down. Because if you have sex before the end of the 7 days, it's going to spin the block. Now, you got to put the thought behavior to the side for 7 days. Okay. Nothing in the vagina. Now, you got a couple of other holes. Y'all are grown. I, I don't judge. I don't judge. But in the coochie, not for the 7 days. No, ma'am, Sam. No, ma'am, Sam. You got it? So we're going to treat with the clindamycin and we're not going to have sex for the 7 days we're on the clindamycin. Okay? Now, hygiene. But it's not that y'all are not clean enough. Y'all be doing too damn much. Shout out to my Epsom salt girls. Shout out to my body wash girls. Let's get to it. Here are the rules. You ready? Never shampoo your hair in the shower. I know. I know. Never use liquid soap of any kind. I don't care if the liquid soap, no, you don't need 10 days. It's 7 days. You ain't hear me, girl. You ain't that infected. 7 days. Never shampoo your hair in the shower. Never use liquid soap of any reason for any. I don't care. I don't care if these folk telling you it's made with the tears of sweet baby Jesus. If it is a liquid soap, it contains sodium lauryl sulfate. Sodium lauryl sulfate is alkaline. Your vagina is acidic. It is going to knock, as y'all like to say, knock your pH square off. Got it? Don't do it. No perfume soap, no deodorant soap, no feminine wash, no, none of it, none of it, none of it. And not even baby wipes. Now, if you're a girly who likes a little bit of the wet stuff, you like the little wipes down there, you like the poo-poo or pee-pee, you like the wipe afterwards, water wipes. It is water and aloe, water wipes. Okay, that what you want to do. You are not a baby. The detergent and the soaps that are in there is going to tear your cooch parts to pieces. You are not a baby. Oh, I just put it on my booty. Okay. Okay. Sometimes the little taint, we call it the taint. It's really the perineum. If we want to be professional, it's the perineum. Okay. It's the part that tears during childbirth. It's the taint. And some people it's like this, and some people it's like this. Okay. So you too close to the taint, which is right there at the entrance of the cooch. Don't even do it. Water wipes. Amazon it. Won't go to that people's store no more. Walmart it, whatever. Okay. Walgreens it. I don't really care, but water wipes is what it is. Okay. And now I just told you why you can't shampoo your hair and why you can't lose somebody. Why can't I use liquid soap? You ain't hear me? Did you hear me? Did y'all hear me? Because I know I said it. Did you hear me? Okay, cool. That's the hygiene. Hygiene is very basic. And yes, you want to wash from here because I don't know what you want to do with your face. You know, I got a little facial routine. I might take y'all on it one day, but from here all the way to your feet. And I don't know why somebody said they don't wash their feet in the shower. Ma'am, you right there. Just lift up your leg, lazy ass, and just get under the bottom of the foot. That's nasty. Wash your feet too. Anyway, so you want to wash your whole body. Yes, you can use vagina. Yes, you can use soap on the vagina. You just can't go inside the hole. Because I just use water on my girl. If you don't use some soap on your coochie, but don't go inside the hole. Inside the hole, I'm gonna tell you what's soap in a minute. Inside the hole is for fingers, penises, and if you ain't if that's not your twist, then a strap on or what else? A vibrator, whatever else, but it ain't for soap. Okay. Now we don't judge over here. We don't get nobody business. Okay. We don't need no suggestions in the comments. Okay. I'm just trying to let y'all know that soap, everything has a place in there but soap. Okay. Now, when we talk about soap, two soaps, two soaps. Y'all know I'm not self-serving. I'm honest. Um, my soap, which I created 2 years ago, is that girl. It gives you all the things because I specifically formulate. I literally still make it by hand. I make like 200 bars a day. Like it is not sitting on a shelf that comes from somewhere that's just waiting to be sent to you guys. So sometimes your girls be tired. Your girl be tired. So I got to take a rest. So I can't, so you know what I mean? But again, we are good with our we up on our orders now. But yeah, so the Clean and Cute body wash bar is all the things. It literally smells like a vacation. It smells like you're taking a shower outdoors. It people are like it has my whole master fragrant, but it's an essential oil. There's nothing unnatural in it. It's a completely natural. I developed the preservative. If you don't know and you're new here, hi, my undergraduate degree is in chemistry. So I literally formulated the soap and I literally hand make it. It is quality control. I literally sit there while they're popping the soap or I pop the soap. So it is a thing. Now, if you can't get it, you can't afford it, you don't want it, that is okay. Before I actually started making the Clean and Cute body wash bar, I recommended Dove White Bar Soap, the original, not the sensitive skin, not the exfoliating, not I don't know what all kinds they got out there, but I'm gonna tell you the original. That's it, not the liquid Dove, not the body wash Dove White original. You heard me? Dove White original. I promise you, you treat this thing right, you don't do any of the things you're not supposed to do, and you use this particular soap or the Clean and Cute body wash bar. Hey, it's on cleanandcute.shop. Yes, I have an Instagram page, Clean and Cute Wash or cleanandcute.shop. You can do either one of the two of those, okay? But those are the only two that I co-sign. Well, I use my African soap. Girl, do what you do. Okay, do what you do, baby. Do what you do. I'm just telling you what works. Now you're gonna be up in somebody's office with a vaginitis using all that, but do what you do, boo. I'm just telling you what I'm telling you. Now, the next thing is what y'all all want to hear about is sex. Now, let me be very clear. Okay. Is it in a white and dark blue box? Yup. That's it, sis. Yup. That's the one. White and navy blue box. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Let me tell y'all this. Yes, ma'am. Miss Latina Stevenson for the having the whole the soap, the spray, the panty wash, because we're gonna talk about that spray, baby. Because winter is here. Winter is here. What time is it? Child, y'all got me on this thing. It's 2 hours now. Anyway, we're gonna get off soon because child, 2 hours is diabolical. So let's talk about what y'all want to talk about with the vaginitis. When they say that, so first of all, BV is not sexually transmitted. It is not. And I get mad when a lot of doctors be like, oh, but it's about how many women he's having sex with. Well, then that means it's sexually transmitted. Well, no, it's not sexually transmitted. Well, it shouldn't matter how many women he having sex with because it's not sexually transmitted. Like, you can't have it both ways. And that be driving me crazy. I see why y'all be confused. Because what? So at the end of the day, but it is sexually associated. It is sexually associated. What does that mean? People think that cum or semen is just sperm. It is not. It's sperm is urine, is blood, is pus. right? Yeah, so be careful who you swallow after, because y'all out here trying to be freaks, and that ain't gonna turn out right for everybody. Now listen, so the point is that everything that a man does is encompassed in his semen. What he eats, bad diet, not eating vegetables, not drinking water, eating all these Takis and this Chick-fil-A and all this. Y'all know how I feel about Chick-fil-A. That's a whole nother podcast. Okay, but eating all of the foolishness and not taking his medicine, or if he's on medicine, having these honey poppers from the gas station, popping perks, sipping lean, all of that stuff is encompassed in his semen. So if he's not at his pH level, and then you have an unprotected sex with him, and he mixes with you, then boom, we ain't where we supposed to be, and we got some vaginitis problems. Okay, so if you like, I keep having sex with him and I keep getting vaginitis, you need to have some questions about his lifestyle. So what you eating? Are you drinking water? You having vegetables? Like, what's going on over there? You drinking some water? Like, what you eating from the grown people side of the menu, or you still eating chicken fingers? Like, what is really happening, bro? Like, get grown. Do you have a urologist? Are you seeing a specialist? Is anybody checking on this penis? Because it's not all about STDs. Like, you can literally have an infection in your testicles. Like, what is it? You can have an infection in your prostate. Like, what is going on? What are you ejaculating into me, sir? I have questions. Because right now it's giving. Mm-mm. Now, so that's one thing. Also, if you're having protected intercourse, now you like, yep, you can't say that because yeah, I ain't having unprotected sex. He ain't coming at me. Okay, right. So here's this. When it comes to condoms, y'all know the only condom that I co-sign is B condoms. And this ain't no paid ad. This ain't none of that. Them people over there, they real, I don't know what's fun. They funny acting. Like, they don't be reaching out. They don't be like, hey, Dr. Rogers, we be hearing you be talking about our product. They real funny acting, but I don't care. I'm gonna give y'all the goods because yes, you can only get clindamycin. So that's why I'll be saying certain stuff online. Yes, you can only get clindamycin from the doctor. Girl, didn't I tell you if you got an infection, you can't fix it over the counter? Didn't I tell you that? That's what I meant. So anyways, so there's only one condom, B condom, because the lubricant on the condom or the spermicide on the condom will not agitate your vagina. It will not cause vaginitis. It won't make your vagina feel swollen and busted up and just like, oh girl, he's sitting there like, yeah, I killed that thing. No, you didn't, sir. It is the spermicide that agitated my whole coochie. Okay, and the Naloxone 9, which is on most mainstream condoms. If the condom actually breaks, it makes it easier for you to contract HIV. Okay, so there's that. All right, so I want you guys to be mindful about that. Yes, clindamycin does treat all 7 types of vaginitis, and then we have aerobic vaginitis, which is a kind of another one. It's like staph and strep, and it's E. coli, and it's enterobacter, bacteroides, and a lot of those are bacteria that are in feces. And yes, you can have a vaginitis infected with that, and that is our ladies who like to wipe from back to front. But we've also seen that with, if y'all are having anal sex, and then we put it back in the vagina, that's when we can also have a BV, but normally we're going to have AV. And then also, if we got our partners who doing the freaky sneaky with a whole bunch of other people, but either way, if that penis is exposed to feces, and then that said penis is then placed into one's vagina, yeah, aerobic vaginitis is definitely something that we have to be mindful of. The treatment is definitely different than that of BV, and your doctor has to specifically be looking for it. So you can say, hey, listen, can you test me for aerobic vaginitis as well? They're going to look at you like, what? Who you been talking to? What the hell? But I'm just saying. Say, Dr. Tasha has said, blame it on me. Blame it on me. I'm okay with that. Blame it on me. Okay. So, can I break down PrEP? You know I can. You know I can. So first of all, listen fast. Okay, listen, because the girl is hungry. Listen fast. So when it comes to PrEP is pre-exposure prophylaxis. PrEP is HIV prevention. Guys, this is the cure for HIV. It is HIV prevention. If you are on PrEP, did you know that is a 99.8% chance that you will not contract HIV? If you are unlucky enough to be living in the city of Atlanta, baby, Atlanta has the worst numbers than anywhere in the country. Okay. 70% of the new HIV cases are Black women. How is that possible when we only 12% of the population? Yes. So I speak about it like all over the country. I do not play about PrEP. We have different types. We have pills when it comes to PrEP. We have pills that you can take every day. We have a shot called Apretude that you can do every 2 months. Apretude has a bunch of studies. It's tried and true. We have 21,000 people on it. We have more than 200,000 injections. Like Apretude is that girl. It does not introduce HIV into your body. What it does is, so let's say you have sex with somebody, you don't know the HIV status, you don't know anything, right? But you have sex with them and you're like, oh my God, the condom broke, or was a one night stand. You like, oh, the bust down was real. I done woke up and what the hell did I do? You have 72 hours. And I don't even like to tell my patients 72. I tell my patients 48. But you really have 72 hours to get somewhere. And the earlier the better. The earlier the better it's going to work, to get somewhere and get some HIV prevention medication. Okay. Because after 72 hours, if that person was HIV positive, then after 72 hours, your body starts to make copies of the HIV virus in your body. But with the medication, okay, no, it ain't Houston no more, girl. With the medication, it prevents your body from making copies of the HIV virus. That's all it does. It just prevents your body from making copies. It doesn't introduce it. It doesn't know. And PrEP, people are so confused. It is not for gay people. 8 to 80, crippling crazy, gay, straight, single, married, divorced. If you're having sex with a human, you are a candidate for PrEP. I do not believe in low risk. Oh, I'm married. And is your husband married? Is your wife married? And okay, so don't feel that there's such thing as low risk. Only thing that you can guarantee is your own behavior. You can't guarantee, and because you take it don't mean you don't trust somebody. It just means listen, okay? You might be outside and that's cool. I'm not even mad. Okay. But at the end of the day, I don't want that risk. I don't want to have that conversation with my doctor. And we really are our peri and postmenopausal women who are getting back out there, who are newly divorced, who are divorced, who are what do you call this, empty nesters, who are out here trying. You think Willie Earl might not, Willie Earl ain't doing nothing. Willie Earl might not be doing nothing now, but Willie Earl might have been something in his damn day. Okay. And what happened with Willie Earl in them 30s is done carried over into his 50s and 60s. Okay. So at the end of the day, you got to protect yourself. And I tell you, get in touch with your inner thought. I think sex is healthy. Enjoy sex. Have a healthy sex life, but have a safe and healthy sex life. So, and then we have PEP. So PEP is after the fact. Now, if you're in a regular, be taken at the same time after unprotected sex, yes, they call it doxy PEP. So PEP is after the fact. So PrEP is, I'm going to be on this consistently all the time. I don't want no slip ups. I don't want no mistakes. I don't want no nothing. Right. But let's say you're somebody who like, I ain't had sex in 5 years, child, but all of a sudden, honey, you don't went to Ellery's. Shout out to Ellery's. If you know, if you in Atlanta, you don't went to Ellery's, you done met you one of them old school players, you done found you a sugar daddy, something done went down, and you like, oh my God, them condoms he had must have been expired, honey. Them must have been expired. And now the condom done broke. Okay. And now you are in a position where you've had unprotected sex with somebody who you either barely know or somebody you definitely don't know their status. Doxypep is a thing. So basically the doxypep is going to treat gonorrhea and chlamydia, and then the pep is going to, you're going to take a pill every day for 30 days. And it seems like a long time, but child, is not, but every day for 30 days. And then it will provide that same protection, that 99% protection, that you will not, what we call seroconvert, or you will not become HIV positive. So Doxy Pep. If sex is like really not your game on a regular basis, you just happen to do a thing, even if you like, well, I use condoms every time it just happened to break, you still need PrEP because you have sex on a regular basis and you just want that protection already in place. PEP is more for people who, you know, you girl, you ain't getting none. You ain't getting none. And then you happen to get some, you ain't know how to act. You was out here like a fool. And then what ended up happening, the condom broke, and you and Willie Earl standing there looking at each other. He like, well, you can't get pregnant, can you? And child, there you go. So and like I said, I don't make my patients feel that they need to be apologetic for being a thought, or for being outside, or for looking, giving they sugar daddy some sugar. Baby, I don't care what you do. Just let me keep you safe. Let me keep you safe. Let me give you all the things. Let me tell you about all the things, and let me keep you safe. Okay. And that's what's important. That is what's important. That's where we are. I hate to say it, the statistics look so bad for us as Black females. Nobody's coming to save us. So it is up to you to learn about what to do, and do it. And do it. And at the end of the day, there are going to be times where your doctors are uncomfortable. I have a lot of colleagues who are like, Rogers, I'm gonna send this person to you for this prep stuff because I don't do this. You don't do what? You don't protect your patients? You don't do what? So because you not outside, because you not having a bunch of sex, you feel like your patients can't? You feel like you can't have this conversation with your patients because it's not what you do in your life? Get over yourself. So if your doctor is not talking about it, you need to talk about it. So doc, you checking me for HIV, right? Oh, okay. What about this prep? Can I get the shot? Ask. Start asking. Ask. You have to advocate for yourself. And then say to your doctor, well, if you don't know enough about it and you're not comfortable with it, can you send me somewhere where they are? But you can shame people. Don't be scared to shame these doctors. Okay. Um, and you literally say, well, would you be in agreement to learning about it? Because I want it, but maybe other patients do too. Ooh. Oh, I'm just saying that's a moment right there. That is a moment. That's a moment where you call your homegirls and be like, girl, we got to go have a glass of wine because this patient she read me for filth, dragged me, honey. So don't be scared. Don't be scared to say that. Now, who done said something about worms? I said something about sugar daddy, and y'all done brought the worms up. Y'all ain't had to say that. Y'all ain't had to say that. Y'all ain't got to get that much sugar now. Woo, child. How old they y'all? How old they is? No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Yeah, honey, we get to it. Welcome to the channel, girl. Welcome. Don't forget to subscribe. Welcome to the channel. All right, y'all. It is 8:45. I got on here at 6:30. Granted, we did take a lot of time with this closet, child, and all the things. And y'all see my new bag. When y'all see me outside, don't brush up against it. Don't brush up against my Teddy Blake, okay? Give it a little bit of space. Give it a little bit of space, okay? Because don't make me want to fight because that thing is crock. Okay, I'm just saying, get you one. Go ahead and Google Teddy Blake and get you one. I'm trying to let y'all be a baddie. I'm trying to have y'all be baddies. I'm just saying. Okay, so all right, girls. So I hope that I answered everything. I hope I got to everything, mostly everything. Guys, if you are truly interested in, I did a video on HPV. I did a video. Oh, can you see the bag? Somebody want to see the bag? You ain't see the bag, girl. Let me get this up. And a little Teddy Blake tag right here. You see her? Yeah, girl. Yeah, I'm gonna put her up. I'm gonna put her with some wide leg track pants with the little buttons up the side, and I'm gonna have to get that pointy toe croc shoe on there with that blazer. Okay, look, I mean business. Okay, I'm going straight to the Jack and Jill meeting. I means business in this. I'm just trying to tell y'all. Y'all don't know nothing about this. Okay, you don't. This ain't the kind of bag you take to JJ's Fish and Chicken. You don't take this to JJ's. You no. Okay, you take this to House. Okay, you take this to House. Okay, you take this to the Atlas. Yeah, girl. I'm just saying. So yes. But I hope I answered everything. I hope we did have a good time. This is probably gonna be my last live. I have to travel, do some speaking, travel to see some family, and just take a little bit of a break for the holidays. I'm gonna still be recording, y'all. Y'all still gonna see me. But I am going to do a private video for my members. So if you're not a member on YouTube, run over there, subscribe. What you waiting for? We gotta get to 500, y'all. We gotta let these people know that we ain't playing, that us sisters are interested in stuff other than what do you call this? Reality TV and ratchetness. We interested in something else. Okay. So yeah, and then do me a favor, y'all. Can y'all tag Dr. Mabang, please, so he can hook up my stomach and my boobies for free? Can y'all please him? Is MBEN, I think it's G. I don't know. But can y'all tag the brother so he can hook a sister up? Thank y'all. That'd be y'all Christmas gift to me. But anyways, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all again for the 100 subscribers. We doing it way big over here. If you're new, welcome. We have good vibes. We have positive energy. We love on each other over here. And we give accurate medical information in a very real and down to earth and straightforward way. And I really wouldn't have it any other way. I love y'all to pieces. Thank you so, so much. Happy holidays, y'all. Be safe. Please be safe this holiday. Do less and not more. Okay. All right. Love y'all to pieces. And I am out of here. I'm gonna find something to eat. I know it's 8:45, and that's why my back keep getting bigger. But I'm tired. I'm hungry. I got to give me something, y'all. Okay. All right. Bye, y'all.